Good morning. This is Thursday. Today, I did not give you a video, and I needed to explain why. I'm in the process of packing and moving. Okay, we have a lot going on right now because I've got a lot packed into this place. I got a lot packed in here. Anyway, I'm thinning it all out, getting rid of what I don't need, getting ready to have everything boxed up and put on a moving van to get where I'm going. I wanted to give everybody a tour of where I'm at, what this is about, and how I pulled this off from the space that I used. Presently, I'm in a little one-bedroom flat. It's smack in the middle of Dallas. All right, and it's an old building. It's historic, which is the reason my faucet looks different. It's the reason the kitchen is a little different shape. But it worked. It served my purpose and allowed me to get Texas Cooking Today started. So folks, I'm going to keep you informed as to what's going on. Here's the old space that I was filming all my intros from. That background, my backdrop is up there, some of the lighting that I use in the videos. And this is the space where I did a lot of film and photography, okay? Because same backdrop I use for when I'm doing portraiture work for people. So it's just that simple. I want to take you right now on a tour. We're going to look at the kitchen. Let's go. Okay. All right. I normally use a stationary camera, so I'm not used to being a cameraman. Pardon me for that. Anyway, this was my backdrop area, and that is up there. And I was doing all of that there. Now, over on this side, this is where I did all of my editing, folks. Every bit. And that's Kirby right over there. He's hiding from the camera. And that's all right. You'll be seeing him more and more in days to come because he's taking care of the cameras and editing and good stuff like that. So anyway, there is that. Now, kitchen. Oh, it's dark in here. Let me get some light on. So I used a halogen light. There we are. There's my cheap Franzia wine. Yes, I'm giving away too much. Hey, moving week, you make do, ladies and gentlemen. That's the way it works. So anyway, Texas Cooking Today, all of it was filmed from this little teeny tiny apartment kitchen. If you think you can't cook something because your kitchen is too little, well, I'll admit, I have a bigger kitchen than some folks, but this is not a tremendous large kitchen that you would see in a big house or something. I have a baker's rack that allowed good storage. I have my cooking area there, and over this way was where we did what we needed to do on the wet side. So anyway, now you see it. Now you see it. All right, now that I've let you in on what Texas Cooking Today kitchen started as, we're going to take a look at the next kitchen, and it's quite the mess. It's going to need some remodeling. So there's some work I have to do to get videos out to you, but don't worry, I've already got some recorded. From this kitchen, we're going to still be putting out videos. Let's see if I can turn my camera around here. Oh, there we go. We're going to keep putting out videos. There's going to be some good stuff to come. So hang tight. We'll get into it. But right now, there's packing and moving, and so things are going to come out a little slower. Be patient with me. Season 6 is coming. Good treats are coming. Really good treats. Cool. Well, we have stopped on the side of the highway for just a minute. Look at these big windmills. Now, we're going to swing around here. Off in the front over there, we've got more windmills. Right there. Some of the over here. We're literally surrounded by windmills. This is typical Texas. We're heading off through central Texas into West Texas. There's windmills off in the distance, more than you can imagine. Of course, you see a muddy red pond there. Nothing unusual. It's Texas, ladies and gentlemen. So, we're en route to our next destination. And I won't say the road that we're on because I think that would give away too much. Well, we had a very, 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 very long drive. You have to understand the state of Texas is massive. You drive across Texas, it's like crossing multiples of other states. And it's not that way with all states, because there are some very, very big states in the United States. California is huge. But, you know, the thing of it is Texas is also massive in the amount of land it covers. You know, over 1,000 miles tip to tip either way, north, south, or east to west. And so that's, you do a lot of traveling. Anyway, we drove a long ways. We've got here. It is hot outside. We hit temperatures of 111 degrees as we were traveling here. So we're doing this at a hot time of year. This is July. Anyway, oh, good, thank you. I've got coffee. We've traveled. We're in the house. This house is no longer occupied, and it's about to be occupied. We're going to take over. The former occupants are now deceased, and so it's through inheritance that the house is passed. Anyway, we're here. We're going to show you the house a little bit, the kitchen that's going to be changed into Texas cooking today, and I'm going to show you some of the differences that I'm about to make in the house in order to change it so that it's good for filming. And also, you know, if you're one of those that has seen my kitchen these years and seen how I have it laid out and have seen how things are open, and you think, well, I can't do that in my kitchen, it won't work, you might change your mind after you see this video, because what I'm about to do in the kitchen will make it clear that sometimes you just have to think out of the box. So I'm going to show you the steps that we go through to turn that into something viable and usable for Texas cooking today for our next kitchen. So you'll know the new kitchen is a little bit bigger than the old, and it's going to provide some good opportunities for how I teach cooking, and it'll be fun. So Texas cooking today changes just a little bit, and you're going to get the benefit of that. My goal here is to produce better videos, better angles, and a better way of interacting with my audience. Well, now you don't get to know where the house is. We're still in Texas. It's still Texas cooking today. Oh yeah. So let's go take a look at the new kitchen. I'm going to do it the same way I did the last one, so the film will be a little jerky. I'm not that kind of a cameraman. I almost always use a stationary camera, and then I do things through post-production work to make it look cool. That's it. So let's go take a look. Come on. All right, released from the tripod. Over here, there we go. And I'm going to have to turn on some lights for this to work. Okay, there we go. I opened things up a little bit. First of all, we've been clearing everything in this place out because there is a lot of stuff here. And we got to get the old out before we can get started on the new. All right, now, yes, the kitchen is very dated. This is Kirby. He's the new editor-in-chief here, and he just stepped into the frame unknowingly. So, anyway, the new kitchen. And the other side here, we got a new refrigerator. We're going to keep that. We're going to keep the existing sink. Cooktop probably get changed out. The oven will probably be kept. That vent hood will probably be kept. Now, the layout though, and whoa, look at those dated handles. The cabinet wood is absolutely gorgeous. All right, it's a pretty kitchen in and of itself. It's just dated, period. And so what I'm going to do is we're going to rework it. So let me kind of explain what I'm talking about when I say remodeling without spending a lot of money or without a lot of work, and to get that open feeling. What I'm going to be doing is actually pulling a few of the cabinets from this kitchen. That might sound weird, But when it's done the right way, I think it provides a much more open, airy space, an easier to use kitchen, and one that's more inviting. This cabinet, and this cabinet, and this cabinet, we're going to be pulling these out, okay? I'm going to do that, and then where the tile comes up, I'm going to start putting in cleats. Now, a cleat is a wooden strip that allows you to attach other stuff. That's a cleat. So we're going to put some cleats in on that wall, finish tiling it in. Once it's tiled in, also moving this up, this will be finished off, and we'll have our cooking area ready to go over here. So there's your introduction to this new kitchen, what I'm planning on doing to it. Some new handles for the cabinets. We're going to keep the wood, but we're going to be cleaning it up a little bit throughout the kitchen, making it look a little bit nicer. So, the new kitchen for Texas Cooking Today is underway. It's a little bit different, but it's going to work just fine. Dated or not, a kitchen is a kitchen, and I can teach how to cook in it. So guess what? Welcome to the mess that I have to face. We're going to get this fixed up, and we're going to get back to filming episodes of Texas Cooking Today. Until then, you need to know I do have plenty of episodes built up, and we'll take those, stitch them together, make some beautiful videos for you while we're busy working on this, okay? And season 6 is going to be done right here. We're going to break out the mixers and get busy cooking up some beautiful cakes and other items for the holiday season, in addition to some beautiful savory dishes. Got a lot of good stuff coming, and if you have any suggestions for this, drop it right down there in the comments box. We will look forward to seeing that. I look forward to producing more videos for you. It becomes full-time for me now. This is where I have quit my last job, and I'm going into this full-time, and this is the kitchen I'm going to start it from. So stick with me, tell your friends about it, help us spread the word. Texas Cooking Today. Thank you very much. Until our next video, you folks have a good day. Oh goodness, I've got a lot of work. Well, I thought I would let you in on the rest of it. S.A.Trotter Arts is about to grow just a little bit. You see, not only do I do cooking, I'm a master craftsman, folks. Carpentry. I can make things pretty much of anything, and I've been doing it for decades now, professionally. That's what I do in my day job. And I have manufactured and created so many things for the company I worked for so many years. Well, that job has ended now, and I am here at my new shop. So this right here is my shop door. I'm about to raise it up and kind of expose the mess that I have to start with, and then later on you're going to see where it travels to and what it looks like afterwards. So here's my shop. I think I'm going to increase that security. I've got a huge mess. However, I also have a fully functioning shop. It just needs a lot of cleanup, but there's a lot of equipment. My hands right now are on my bandsaw. Drill press, radial arm saw, table saw, you name it. I've got it in here. And as a master carpenter, to me, this is like, well, like a kid in a candy store. All right, come on in, I'll show you the mess, and we'll take a look. I've got a lot of work to do. Oh, wow. as I said, I've got a big mess up in here, and so there's a lot of work to do. And plus I've got my equipment to bring in and fit into this place. So after that, it's going to be kind of pretty cool looking. But right now, I'm faced with a lot of work, and it's mostly organizational. This place has been completely torn apart. But there's also, I've got multiple welding kits, 2 oxyacetylene setups. I've got a new Miller welder, gas powered. So this is going to be fun, and I'm going to invite my audience in to the shop, and probably start doing some regular things in here on Chef Trotters tips. So who knows, maybe the next cutting boards or countertops will come directly out of this shop. I would say it's more than likely. So anyway, lots of cleanup. This is going to be a lot of fun, and if you have the interest in this kind of stuff, then I'll tell you what, this, like I said, this is like a kid in a candy store kind of feeling. You know, I've had nice shops, but to be provided with something like this, and you know, out of the blue and just dropped into it, is an absolute joy. And for somebody like me who's highly creative, that it has the capacity to build and create things, it's fantastic. And if well, you've seen the cutting board I use, you know, that multi-striped cutting board. That's one of the products I made, and that was just a simple table saw, some glue, and then a drum sander. Was all it took, and I had a beautiful cutting board. So something simple like a cutting board is about as easy as it gets. Okay, I've done a lot of cabinetry over the years, furniture, including and up to a conference table for the company that I have just retired from. I produced their conference table that's 24 feet long, 8 feet wide. It was made of American walnut and African padauk. The padauk trimmed out the walnut, and with all matching veneer panels. So it book matched the whole thing. It was incredible. Made an absolutely gorgeous table for them. And that was fun. And I did that, oh gosh, that was like 19 years ago that I built that thing. And of course, that was also about the same time that company and the CEO of that company started figuring out what I have going on and what I can really provide them, and then they started taking advantage of that, and I had a really good and fun time doing that. So what I'm going to do is invite you into my shop, show you how I like to do things in the world, and it's not just Texas Cooking Today, it's S.A.Trotter Arts LLC right there. Okay, back to work. Alrighty, tools, and more tools.